Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the FB4 Daily for Saturday, the 7th of September. There's not really much going on apart from some international football that we can't wait to get out of the way before we concentrate and start looking towards Liverpool via Newcastle early next Saturday. But we are going to fill the week with quizzes. We're going to fill the week with talking to fans from other clubs. I hope people enjoyed the talk we had with Flav, the sports supporter, and also Pete Selby, the Leicester supporter. The quizzes have been really popular. People have been listening and sending us feedback, so long may that continue. If you are watching, feel free to join in on the quiz. It's absolutely join in, try your answers in there, try help me or Kev out. This show, of course, is brought to you by Paddy Power. Paddy Power is a bookies. It's a gambling app. If you want to go and gamble, go on to Paddy Power, get odds on football, Liverpool. You can get the LFC Day Tripper specials, and you can get everything else for all other sports. The UFC is on tonight. You can get the UFC and stuff like that. Rugby World Cup is in the build-up. The Ashes is on, stuff like that. So if you do gamble responsibly and do so with Paddy Power. If you don't gamble, listen, just disregard everything I've said. It's not for you, and that's absolutely fine. As I mentioned in the intro there, Kev is on tonight, Kev O Sullivan, a regular listener and a regular contributor to this podcast. Kev, how are you?
I'm good, Gav. How are you?
I'm good.
Evening, everyone.
I'm good. Just the international football is kind of happening. Genie played well last night. There's that clip of the goal going around. Trent didn't play for England today, but Henderson started and come off after about 70 minutes. Oxlade-Chamberlain got about 20 minutes. But other than that, there's not really much going on, is there?
No, it's all been quiet. No drama, unless you're a Watford fan and then you just realise you've lost your manager.
Yeah, see that.
Other than that, yes, apparently they got a replacement ready-made in, so it's just typical Watford, isn't it?
And who is this replacement?
It's Kiki Sanchez-Flores. He was there before.
Oh, okay.
And he's back in. But I was looking at, there was a thing floating around about his record and comparing it to Solskjaer's.
All right.
And
okay.
the guy they got rid of has actually got a better record over the last 16 games than what Solskjaer's got. So when you go talking to a Man United fan, ask him how squeaky his bum is.
You know what?
Going into the rest.
You know what? You're saying that to me, and Barry that was on last night said, "Listen, you need to go and watch Roy Keane and Gary Neville on the Off the Ball Roadshow. They spoke about United quite a lot, and he feels that there's a lot of stuff I could ask the United fan about. I'm not too sure what I'm going to ask the United fan about. I'm being honest, and that may sound ridiculous, but I really want to see what he feels about Solskjaer, what he feels about the summer he had, how they've started, the usual stuff I've gone through with other fans, and to be honest with you, Pete Selby the other night, the Leicester fan, was amazingly honest.
He was top.
He was top
notch.
Yeah, he was absolutely top.
He was,
and he was very honest.
He was realistic as well. In fairness, he was very realistic. I thought the Spurs fan was a bit, He thinks their club is in a better shape than what it really is. They're going into a season with a lot of key players aging and running their contracts down. And for whatever good transfers they've signed, I think this is their last year. I think this is their last year where Pochettino could go, and the key players they have signed had over the last few years could go. And I think they're in a world of trouble.
You really believe that?
I don't think they have. I don't think Levy has a long-term vision. Where we have a long-term vision, Man City have a long-term vision. They're replacing players now for the next 2 years or so. United are in terrible shape. I think Leicester are a top 6 club in the making with the transfers they've got and the age of the squad.
Okay.
And I honestly think Spurs. I look at them and I think. I watched Kane today, and he was busy up front for England. And I watched him for Spurs, and he's dropping deep. Yeah, but 2 of them were penalties. But at the end of the day, he for Spurs, he's dropping deep. He's not getting the final ball. Eriksen looks half-hearted. Lamella's playing now, where Lamella couldn't get a kick for a long time. I honestly, I look at Spurs. I think, yeah, they're going to get top three by default because Chelsea and others are in terrible shape.
Yeah,
You know, I
I
it's just this could be a weird season. This could be a weird season
do you know something?
where it wouldn't be a bit.
Do you know what the funny thing is? And I spoke to Flav about Kane the other night, and I didn't want to get into the diving thing because
No,
I was trying to look more on the actual football being played and stuff like that. And I just feel that Kane, I don't know whether Spurs have changed the way they're trying to play, and it just doesn't suit him. When you would have thought everything they would do would try to suit him. And I had a little think after the conversation about what way would I go in at Spurs, and I can't understand for the life of me why he's not trying to get Son and Mora each side of Kane, and Ericsson, Son, Mora behind Kane, and just play two in the midfield, whether that's Winks
they
and
too.
Winks and
Whether he
Dembele
thinks,
or whatever. It's just.
yeah, well, whether thinks Ndombele needs time to bed into the league, or he doesn't. I mean, he left Wanyama go, he left Dembele go, and you look at he's got Eric Dyer is what you call their real holding midfielder, and you look at it and you think, you're. It's worrying in a lot of ways for the league that squad with all of the faults and little tweaks that it needs is going to get third. Where
Well,
we were struggling to get into the
we'll have to see what way it levels out, Kev. It's
yeah.
4 games
Yeah.
in, and I'm not. Look, I think Liverpool are a fantastic football team, and that's not because I'm a Liverpool fan. Like my brother, I played golf with my brother today, and he doesn't really care. He likes football. Don't get me wrong. He's not a big Premier League fan. I think if he liked Newcastle for a long time, but he said to me out this morning, no one will catch Liverpool, and I said 4 games in, he said no one will catch them. And that's just him being. And I said, no, 4 games in, don't be. That's. I know where. Listen, I really like your opinion, but it's 4 games in. It's the same with other clubs. Like I think the sacking of Garcia or Grazia, whatever his name is, at Watford after 4 games is ludicrous. It really, really is. Like I think he's 1 point, but if you look at United is a 6. You know, you know what I mean. Like
No,
it's
4. They're on 4. They have a win, a loss, and a draw.
yeah.
No, was it?
The two draws, the 5 points, 2 draws, a win.
5 points.
Yeah, 5.
5 points off 4 games. That's it. Yeah,
It's just. I think people can be a little
it's a
bit.
mad league.
It's an odd league. It will be an
I
odd
think
league,
that,
but we'll have to see how it levels out. I really want to see
yeah,
Liverpool come back and be. I really want to see Liverpool come back and be on top form against Newcastle and not scrape through it. Someone, sorry, sorry, who was it there? Dorwar says, no disrespect, but Gav, where is your neck? It's just here, mate. It's just the angle I'm looking down at the camera. And my t-shirt is buttoned up. I'm not undressing for you, so I can show you my neck. Let's be honest about it. But listen, Kev, I'll
yeah,
probably have you on during the week in the build up to the Newcastle game. We'll see how that goes. I mean, we'll have a little talk
yeah.
about clubs and the weekend ahead. I'm going to try and include only by looking at Liverpool. That's great, but I'm going to try and include in one of the shows looking at some of the main fixtures in the weekend coming up as well, because the views on other clubs is. People seem to enjoy it on this, So and the viewers seem to have a good grasp on other clubs and what they're at.
So,
So Barry Carr says Edmundo, that's the player that scored, isn't it? That goal against United in the World Club Championship. It is Edmundo, absolute headbanger. Thanks for that, Barry. But look, we get into the quiz, right, Kev? 10
all right.
questions. 10
I
questions
said
each.
last night in the comments I'd never do this. I'm absolutely hopeless at quizzes. So if I get 1 or 2, I'll be shocked.
Right. Okay. Well,
Honest to God.
let's see how it goes.
All right, let's shoot. Let's go for it.
Guy says. Guy says 1 game at a time. Yeah, absolutely game at a time. John Kelly says, Gav, what night suits you? That's my mate, John Kelly, I presume. John, I will give you a text after this, I promise. Right, Kev, do you want to go? Do you want to ask first or receive a question first?
I'll ask first. I
Okay,
don't mind.
go ahead.
And I'll ask. Okay, first one. Connor Cody left Liverpool to join what club?
Jesus. It wasn't Wolves anyway. Connor Cody left Liverpool to join what club? It's a great question to start with. Connor Cody. I'm going to presume it was something in the Championship, considering he stayed in there with Wolves.
They might have actually been League One.
Oh God, I have it in my head.
He stayed there for one season. And then went to Wolves.
I'm going to say Wigan Athletic.
Huddersfield.
Oh, right. None for one. Right. Okay. That's a really good question. Huddersfield. Jesus. And they were in League One. They could have been. Jesus, yeah.
Hey?
They could have been in League One. That's a mad rise for them. Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, I think he played nearly a full season. He was only about 18 or something.
Okay.
And he played 40-odd games in League One, and that's what got him the move.
Okay. Cool. Right, first question from me. You ready?
Shoot.
The season 2002-2003, Stefan Honcho wore what squad number?
4.
Incorrect. 2. Number 2.
Wanker.
Sammy Hoopia was number 4. If I'm right. Stephen Max says, in all fairness, Gav has some neck. There was people asking me last night that I do an anti-doping test for the quiz, and I had a couple of mates on to me last night going, what in the name of Jesus, how are you knowing these things? He said, you were only answering questions and giving the full background on each game. Some of them just come to you, some of them don't, like that Conor Cody one didn't. Some of them do, some of them don't. It's just how it goes. But it's just how it is.
Right then, here we go.
All right, go on.
Who led Liverpool into the Premier League era?
Who led Liverpool into the Premier League era? Manager was?
Yeah.
Graham Souness.
Yeah.
Yeah, Graham Souness, unfortunately. A decision at the time to make him manager didn't seem that bad because Scottish football wasn't as weak as it is now. He done really well at Rangers, and he was a hero to a lot of Rangers, yeah. He was a hero to a lot of fans, you know, in them days. But it just didn't work for him. He tried to change too many things at the one time. Like he wanted to get rid of Houghton, Staunton, Beardsley, if I remember right, as well. You know, just mad stuff. You know, the kind of way. Tried to change diets and stuff like that, and he just tried to be too clever, too quick. That's all that happened to Souness, you know. But I'd listen. He's my favourite pundit on telly.
Without a doubt, he's very, very good.
Yeah, he's my favourite. I think he's very knowledgeable of the game, and he says what he feels, which I like about him. So that's fair enough. So that's one for me.
Yep.
Right, next one for you. 2006-2007, the Champions League run. Okay, we got beaten by Milan in the final. We beat Chelsea in the semi-final on penalties at Anfield. But who do we beat in the quarterfinals?
Oh, fuck's sake.
It surprised me when I looked this one up, actually. Gonna be honest with you.
Was it Bayern?
It wasn't Bayern. It was PSV Eindhoven. Yeah, PSV Eindhoven, yeah. Barry Carr said his tiebreaker question is coming. Barry, throw it in there, and me and Kev will try have a go with it. But 1-0 to me.
God, I saw it.
After 2 questions each. But Barry will throw his tiebreaker. Barry came well prepared last night. He had a tiebreaker thing ready. Yeah, I don't know. He was willing to go to the ends of the earth to see how he would get on. But he was great fun last night, Barry, I have to say, in fairness to him. Right, walk away. Your next one.
All right, here we go. In 2009, Liverpool beat United at Old Trafford 4-1. Mm-hmm. Who scored the goals?
Torres got the first.
Yeah.
Gerrard scored a penalty.
Yeah.
Fabio Aurelio scored a free kick.
Yeah.
And De Sene lobbed Van der Sar in the last minute.
Yeah, you're on fucking drugs. Very good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, no, that was you can't forget that game. You can't forget that game. And
but
you know when you watch the highlights,
a lot of people forget the Aurelio one.
Yeah, you know what Paul Tabley is in the house. Paul, I haven't heard from you in a long time. How are you? I'm good. I'm very good. Paul is another one that's looking to come on the show, and I will contact you as well. As I said, other people might tell you they'll have you on their show, and they won't. I will. I'll do it every day of the week, lads. Every single day of the week, no problem. But that game was unbelievable. United going front through a Ronaldo penalty after Ji-sung Park was taken down by Reina, and I thought that day, here we go. Liverpool looked rushed. I think Hyypiä had to come into the team, didn't he? Because, was it Arbeloa went cried off injured? I think it might have been. Yeah, I think what happened was, I think it was meant to be Arbeloa, Skrtel, Carragher, Aurelio, and I think something happened to Arbeloa. Hyypiä had to come in, and Carragher had to go right back, if I remember right. But what a game then, just what a game. And Vidic had another absolute nightmare. He really did. Here's a tough one for you, Kev, right? Your third question. On the 10th of April 2012, Liverpool won 3-2 against Blackburn, but the Blackburn striker missed a penalty in this game. Who was the striker?
Blackburn. Blackburn player missed a penalty.
Yeah. I'll give you a hint. He also played for Everton.
Because Paul Dickov?
No, it was Yakubu.
Yakubu.
On the 22nd of March 2015, here's Barry's question. Liverpool trailed Man United at half-time. Steven Gerrard was a half-time sub, but infamously only lasted 38 seconds. Who did he come on for? That's a great question. That's a great question. So that's 14-15, the season where we have a nightmare. That's the Balotelli season. I have it in my head. He comes on for Suso. But
would he have come on for Lucas?
I'm not too sure. I don't know why I have Suso in my head, but Suso probably wasn't even at the fucking club at that stage. But why I think Suso, I don't know.
No, he would. Suso would be.
Yeah, well, that's what I have in my head. But
I'd have said Lucas.
You'd have said Lucas. Guy says Alan or Lucas. But we'll have to wait and see. Barry will come in with the answer now in a minute.
Yeah.
Right, your next one, your fourth one.
Okay. Fowler scored the second fastest hat-trick in Premier League history. How long did it take?
Are we going down to the second here?
It's, or within plus or minus 3.
Plus or minus 3 seconds. Right. I know Mane now holds the record for
Mane holds the record, yeah.
For
he got his
against Southampton.
Against.
Let me see. Fowler, I'm going to say was. I'm going to say 4 minutes, 15 seconds.
Yeah. Joe, I'll give it to you 4:33.
Oh, well, I can't take
just
that
to get it. 4 minutes 33 it was.
Right.
I think Mane's was under 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think his was 3 minutes 40 or something. It was ridiculous. Paul Tabley wants to know, have I nicked Millie's Ribena? No, I love this stuff. I just put it's my Waddy blackcurrant with sparkling water in it. It's amazing. It's keeping me off the 7-Ups and the Cokes and stuff like that. So that's why I drink it, man. But no, I can't take that one. So I'm on 2 out of 4.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't be fair to take that. Okay. On August the 24th, 2002, Liverpool won 3-0 at Anfield against Southampton. A striker in that game scored his first goal for the club. Who was the striker? August 24th, 2002, 3-0 win versus Southampton, and this striker got his first goal for Liverpool.
Was it Heskey?
It wasn't Heskey. It was El Hadj Diouf.
Diouf. Dirty bastard.
I'm not even going into a conversation over him.
Just leave that there.
Lallana was the man that Gerrard come on for in that game. Lallana. Okay.
He came on as a number 10.
Yeah, he came off and Gerrard went on in that game. Guy says, a random question for everybody. Are you fans of the players of LFC on social media? Do I follow them on social media? Not really. I'm being honest. I do follow Liverpool's Twitter page and stuff, and they come out with some good stuff, around training and different things, and the stuff with Milner and Robertson does be quite good. But I wouldn't go looking for players to follow. I'm being honest with you. I
think most of the player stuff is on Instagram now.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. Yeah.
Not many players engage on Twitter at all.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's not surprising.
No, it's
how
not
toxic it can get.
You say anything on Twitter and it goes absolutely off the wall, doesn't it? Right, go on, give me your next one.
Okay, Torres and Suarez were top strikers for us.
Mm-hmm.
But who scored more hat-tricks?
Oh.
And how many?
And how many? Jesus. Right. Torres gets one away at Reading in a League Cup game. I have to name how many they both got.
No. Just who do you rate? Who had more, Suarez or Torres?
I would. Torres.
We got the best out of both of these two players, really. So, and they were there long enough.
I'm going to say Suarez got more.
He did. Suarez had 6.
Yeah.
Torres had 4.
Well, I know Suarez was getting hat-tricks against Norwich City every time he played them. I think he would have 3 hat-tricks against them. So yeah, I would have went with Suarez. Thinking of Torres with 4 hat-tricks though is a difficult one. Going to be honest.
The sickener with that is Suarez believed that he was signing to play with Torres.
Yeah.
When he signed for us.
Yeah.
I'd have loved to see the two of them playing together.
Oh, it would have been unbelievable.
Torres, it would have been with Gerrard feeding the pair of them. Jesus.
Yeah. It would have been savage, wouldn't it?
It would have been. There's definitely a few of those around that, the ones we came close to signing, wish we did. What ifs? There's loads of them about.
Oh, there absolutely is.
But that one would have been special.
It would have been, and the poor fucker ended up with Andy Carroll. Right, question 5. Are you ready? So I have 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
You're on still on 0.
I know.
Right, back to the start of the Premier League. 1992-93. Ian Rush made 42 appearances in all competitions for Liverpool. All right. Only one player made more. And I'm going to tell you it's not a goalkeeper because everyone jumps in and names a goalkeeper. It was not a goalkeeper. But one player made more appearances than Ian Rush in the inaugural Premier League season. Who was it?
For us in that season?
92-93.
Nice.
And I'll give you another hint. He was an attacking player.
It would have been Barnes.
It wasn't Barnes. It was Mark Walters.
Mark Walters.
Yeah, Mark Walters.
Okay,
winger. Right, give us your next
we got him.
Yeah, we did, Yeah, we did.
This is not right. Jack Robinson and Key Hoover are both made their debuts at 16. Mm-hmm. Which one was younger?
I think Jack Robinson made his debut away at Arsenal. I have a feeling he did. Keanu Hoover made it at Wolves, if I'm right, in the cup. I'd say it's tie.
It is actually. There's not much time in it.
I'd say it's tie. I'm going to go with... The only reason I'm going to go with this player is because when Hoover made it, they didn't make it. They made a fuss over, but not a massive one. I'm going to go with Jack Robinson.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
good working on. Yeah, he was 16, 8 months and 8 days. Hoover was 16, 11 months. He was just shy of 17.
Hoover looks a proper prospect. Oh Jesus, he looks.
Oh, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
does. I'd love to see
I
him in the
want to
League
see
Cup.
him. I want to see him in the League Cup,
Yeah,
and I want to see him in the domestic cups. I don't want to see any of the first team squad anywhere near us for the early rounds. I want to see him get told, look, you're going to be playing. Get through the rounds. The shirt's yours, and see how he gets on playing with the first team squad.
Yeah,
Because,
absolutely.
like you said, you can't judge these players playing for the under-23s. You need them playing with decent players.
Yeah,
And
but
with something.
but against that, Kev, you don't want to just throw the basic under-23s team out in the League Cup. You want to sprinkle it with a couple of first teamers, so they do get
only 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I only want to see 2 or 3. I want to see him and Larucci and Brewster up front.
Yeah,
I don't want to see any. There's no need for anyone else.
And then you can walk around the rest. 05-06 Cup final. Who scored the first goal for West Ham? Asked Paul Tabley. Carragher, an own goal, and then man scored the second one. Reina let it through his hands. Dean, was it Dean something? What was his name? Dean Ashton, was it?
Was it Dean Ashton?
Wasn't it Ashton? That's got the second one. Konchesky scored the third one with a dodgy cross.
He retired not long after, didn't he?
He retired early, yeah. I think he had knee problems, but
retired early, yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be the name. Guy asks, who's the better goalkeeper, Adrian or Mignolet? I don't know. I
think they're on a par as shot stop.
I know Mignolet just strikes fear into me every time his name is mentioned. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Right, are you ready for your next one?
Yeah.
Okay, question 6. Let me see. I've had 6 questions, haven't I? Question 6. Barros signed for Liverpool for 3.2 million on the 26th of July 2001. Who did he sign him from?
Because it was just after the Euros, and he had a good Euros. Was it in French?
We had a good Euros at Euro 2004.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking of. He comes after Euro 2000. He signs the summer after Euro 2000.
Fucking hell, he would only be in the baby then.
It's July 01. I think he scored on his debut away to Bolton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might have
been really young. I honestly haven't a clue. I honestly don't know.
The team is Banach Ostrava. I think he ended. I think he might be back there playing for them, or was recently. Right, go ahead. Give us your next one.
Right. Okay. Where is it? Right. Phil Babb was a British record transfer fee for a defender when he signed for us in 1994.
Mm-hmm.
How much did we pay for him?
It was from Coventry.
Yeah.
Do I have to get it down to if it was 1.6 million, do I have to get it to that? I'm going to say 3.4 million.
That's close enough. It was 3.6.
So
enough. Even in fairness, back then we weren't signing what we were spending record money.
Yeah. Guy says Sparta Prague was the answer for no. Banach Ostrava, I think he ended up back there, Guy. I really do. Guy says 30,000 we paid for Phil Babb. We probably would have overpaid at that stage, to be honest with you. It just didn't work out for Phil Babb at all. You ready for your next one, Kev?
Yeah.
Question 7. On the 1st of October 2015, against Sion in the Europa League group stages, this defender was made captain of Liverpool for the first time. And what I mean by that is he captained Liverpool. I'm not saying he went on to be club captain. He captained Liverpool as a player for the first time, a defender.
Surely it wouldn't have been Skirtle, would it?
It wasn't Skirtle, it was Colo Toure.
No. Well,
it was Colo Toure.
He's back in the Premier League now, isn't he, with Leicester?
Yeah, I think
He's
he's a
back in the
coach.
coaching
Yeah, I
staff.
think he's a
But
coach at Leicester.
that's
Yeah, he was up at Celtic with him as well. In fairness,
yeah. He followed Brendan.
good servant to Liverpool, I think.
Yeah,
Really good
I
servant.
think he was an experienced head when we needed one.
No, he was genuinely, and gave us all for Liverpool, and just probably got him a little bit too late in his career, but I think he done all right for us.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay, here we go.
question 8.
Who made more appearances for Liverpool,
Mm-hmm.
Lucas or John Anarisa?
Oh, Reese signs in the summer of 2001, I think. I think he
It's
does.
actually really close.
Yeah,
It's really
and
close.
I think he leaves the club. John Anarisa leaves the club in. We're under Rafa anyway. We left. Would it have been 08, maybe? Would have been that long. 7 years. Lucas signs in. Was it the summer of summer of 06?
Because he went into the youth team, didn't he, for a good while?
Yeah. Lucas kind of came in.
Only
But,
20.
but he made his debut, Lucas, at Goodison, didn't he? He came on for Gerrard in the derby. And his shot is saved by Neville. And we win it. Dirk Kuyt wins it with the 2 late penalties. I think Risa leaves the club around 2008. So that's 7 years. Lucas might have been at the club for around 10.
It would have been close.
I'm going to go John Arnorisa because of Lucas's injuries.
You're right. By 2.
2 appearances.
Risa played 2 appearances in it. Risa played 348.
Yeah.
Lucas played 346.
Jesus. I didn't think... That's a lot of numbers, in fairness. Not so much for
It
Risa,
is.
but it seems an awful lot for Lucas, doesn't it?
It does, but he made an awful lot of appearances off the bench, League Cup games, and
Yeah, I suppose.
he was always thereabouts.
Yeah.
Every manager liked around the place.
Yeah, I just think that the
Especially
injuries is what took it
came
away,
in.
you know, from me picking him that time, to be honest with you. Right, number 8 for you.
Yeah.
On the 16th of August, 1999, in a 3-0 win versus Wimbledon at Anfield, this midfielder scored on his last appearance for Liverpool.
99. Would it be Paul Ince?
It was Paul Ince. Kev is back in the
Get
game.
fucking in there. All right, I'm going home now.
Right, come on, give us question 9. We get these last 2 each out of the way, and we can all go and enjoy our Saturday night.
Hang on one sec. Fucking going blind here. All right. Who netted more goals for Liverpool? Ronnie Whelan or John Aldridge?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Whelan comes on the scene around...
Whelan was there for a lot longer.
Yeah, well, Whelan
But Aldo played up.
I think Whelan comes on the scene. Does he come on the scene in 81, maybe? Somewhere around
81,
that?
82, somewhere. Early 80s, yeah.
And I know Whelan is there till 94, 5 maybe. Although in a bit part role. Maybe 94. John Aldridge goes in 87, 88. He leaves after 88, 89, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He only has 2 seasons, but he probably scores about 40 goals in that 2 seasons. I'm going to go with John Aldridge.
It was Ronnie Whelan.
Oh.
Whelan scored 73. Yeah,
73?
there was actually. Whelan scored 73, and John Aldridge scored 63.
Oh, 73 goals, Ronnie Whelan for Liverpool.
73 goals.
That's
from midfield.
Yeah, that's. I know he's there, like, don't get me wrong, he's probably there 12 years, 13 years, but it's still a good, decent turnaround. And he played an awful lot of left back, Ronnie Whelan.
Yeah, it was funny enough. I was watching Tonis Cascarino doing his 1 to 11, and he had Whelan in midfield, and he couldn't sing enough about him. I can remember him playing for Ireland because, I mean, in fairness, back then we didn't get that many games on the telly.
Yeah.
But I can remember watching him for Ireland and remembering Charlton the way that Jack played, lumping the ball over a midfield with Paul McGrath, Ronnie Whelan, and Ray Houghton in it, and you're sat there shaking your head.
Yeah.
But he was different gravy.
Yeah,
he really was.
He annoys me a bit as a pundit. I'm going to be honest, but 73 goals.
Oh yeah,
that's ridiculous. Right. Question 9 for you.
Yeah.
In the 1994-95 season, Liverpool won the League Cup by beating Bolton Wanderers in the final. Who did he beat in the semis over 2 legs?
Was it Everton?
It wasn't Everton. It was Crystal Palace.
Was that the Palace side that had Ian Wright and Mark Bright? Or had they gone by then?
They would have been gone by then, 94-95. They were in the team in the 1990 FA Cup final against United. Went to a replay, didn't it? But I think Wright goes to Arsenal as the Premier League starts, and Bright I think ends up at Sheffield Wednesday or something like that. Right, go on. Is this my last one?
Here we go. Last one.
Okay.
Ragnar Klavan left Liverpool in 2018. Where did he go?
Cagliari.
Yeah, good answer.
Yeah, Cagliari.
Watched him the other night, actually. He played well the other night against Inter Milan. He handled Lukaku fairly well.
Yeah, there was a lot coming out of that about racist comments, though, monkey chants and stuff like that.
Big time.
Outrageous. They should start just shutting down grounds. They should really start shutting down grounds.
I can seriously see TV companies just not buying the rights for Italian football anymore.
Yeah, well,
if it carries on the way it's going.
It could go that way. It could really go that way. Right, your last one. Are you ready?
Last one.
On
away.
On April the 1st, 2000, Liverpool won 3-0 away to Coventry City. A forward in this team scored his first goal for Liverpool after signing on the 10th of March. It was his 5th game. So in his 5th game of his Liverpool career after signing, he scores away at Coventry in a 3-0 win. Can you name the player?
What year?
Year 2000.
2000. I'll have a stab at Voronin.
No, Voronin was years later. It was Emil Heskey.
Was it Heskey that long ago?
Yeah, Heskey signed. That wasn't a transfer window at that time. He signed, and
no, it was.
I was trying to think of the game. I think I have a feeling Kirkland's in goal for them, and I have a feeling that Hyypiä scores and Heskey scores, and I think Owen might get one as well. But I think I'll
tell you what.
Or
that really ages me.
Yeah, or maybe it was it McAllister scored against his former team. Maybe McAllister, Hyypiä, Heskey. But I'm nearly sure Kirkland was in goal. He'd no chance for any of them anyway. But look, that's the end of it. I think I ended up at 7. I could be wrong.
You did really well.
Yeah. You got your one that you wanted.
There's a reason why I said I hate quizzes. Absolutely useless for them.
Well, listen,
tactics and stuff like that, fine. This quizzes, nah.
Yeah, well, we'll do it again. We'll do it again sometime. Tomorrow is the Fatback 4 podcast. I'm trying to think who I have on during the weekend. Monday might just be me, but I'll try to get somebody on. Tuesday we have the United fan on. Wednesday we have the Arsenal fan on. And then Thursday Chris Brack is going to rock up and do the quiz with me, 10 questions each. And then we'll get into Liverpool against Newcastle on Friday, and we'll have a look at Liverpool up Newcastle
back to normal.
Back to normal, exactly, for the majority. And we'll have a look at the other Premier League fixtures that are on over that weekend. It's been the Fatback 4 Daily. Kev, thanks a million for joining me. You've been a star.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all, Kev. That's been us. Go and enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. I'm going to watch a bit of this UFC and see what happens with Poirier and Khabib. And it's been good. Over and out.